Hey everyone, welcome to the reading for today. We're going to see what you guys need to know right now. Keep in mind it's a general reading. It could be past, present, or future. You will know best how this resonates for you and where it fits on your timeline, okay? So with that being said, let's just jump right in and see what you guys need to know today from Spirit and from your guides. What's going on today? Geez, all right. The Nine of Swords in reverse and the Ten of Swords. And the Seven of Wands. Okay, at the bottom of the deck we have the Page of Cups. I mean, this kind of looks like you're not scared, all right? Somebody is not scared. It's like, bring it on, Seven of Wands. Not scared of a painful ending. I mean, this kind of looks like I'm not scared, bring it on. Okay, I'm not scared of defending myself. You could know that there's people trying to stab you in the back, okay, or they're trying to cause some sort of an ending, but it doesn't really look like you're scared of these people. The Seven of Wands, you're defending yourself. So what's the Nine of Swords reverse? The Ten of Swords, yeah, it's like I'm not scared of this ending here, okay, the Ten of Swords. I mean, I don't know, we'll have to clarify if it's an actual betrayal, but let's see. The Four of Cups, the Six of Cups in reverse. Bad memories of the past. Yeah, I mean, this kind of feels like you're used to people trying to stab you in the back, all right? Or you're used to people deserting you in a way. I mean, it feels like you're kind of used to being left out, or how should I say this? It's like people don't really care about what ends up happening to you is what I'm getting, all right? So maybe you've had to learn how to kind of stand in your own corner and fight your own battles with the Seven of Wands. This kind of feels like you're used to people trying to leave you out in some sort of way, or you might feel like you just have to stand up and defend yourself because a lot of people will just look away, or they'll turn away, or they don't care what ends up happening to you, okay? That could come from bad memories of the past, like some sort of trauma in the past, or the fact that you've experienced this in the past is that people will stab you in the back and they'll just kind of leave you there. Like they don't really care about what ends up happening to you afterwards. They just kind of leave you for, not for dead. I don't feel like this is an actual they're leaving you for dead, but it's more like you could feel like you get caught in the crossfire of things and then no one really cares, okay? What's the Ten of Swords? The Knight of Cups. Yeah, when you ask people for help. The Ace of Wands. Yeah, and that's exactly the feeling too. The Nine of Wands. Yeah, it's like this is the energy of someone that tries to ask people for help, okay? So if you feel like there's something going on, and this could be in any context whatsoever, okay? But it's like you approach people and you ask them for help and you end up leaving disappointed or feeling like they don't really care. And then it makes you feel like you have to defend yourself because no one else is going to do it. Or that's just been your experience up until this point, is that you just kind of get left out of the equation. Or people, this is like people just, I mean, everybody has their own life, right? Everybody is living their own life. Everyone has their own experience. So especially if this is like asking strangers for help, like I don't know, You're asking the security guard, you're asking the bank, you're asking the counselor, you're asking any kind of a person where it's like you need to reach out for help. And then you always get kind of left out of it in a way, or it's like they don't care. That's just what I keep getting. The experience that you have is that you get rejected, okay? And this comes from bad memories of the past where this has definitely happened to you before. Okay, so now you feel like you can only count on yourself, or you can only stand up and defend yourself. And yeah, it's kind of like, look, this is what's happening to me. Can you help me? And then the person going, it's not really my problem. Okay, but it's like these are situations where you might feel like you really can't do it on your own, right? Or they're like, what do you want me to do about it, right? So that'll leave you feeling like, okay, so I'm just supposed to suffer this betrayal then, or I'm just supposed to suffer through this then, okay? You're, yeah, people just looking the other way, I guess. 7 of Wands. The Ace of Cups. The Sun. And the 9 of Cups in reverse. What is that about? We'll have to see. I'm going to have to clarify that a little bit more. Tell me more about the 9 of Swords reverse. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so there's something that's changing now, or the 7 of Wands because of you defending yourself. You sticking up for yourself, you defending yourself, you not backing down off of something, okay? That seems to be bringing in some sort of change, that you refuse to back down. 7 of Wands is here twice, and the 9 of Wands is like, I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm not going to back down. I'm going to keep fighting, even if I'm standing here all by myself on this hill, okay? And everyone is down there swatting at me. I'm just going to keep standing up here, and I'm just going to keep fighting until I go down. Basically, this is like, take me down kicking and screaming, okay? But the 9 of Swords reverse, like no fear, okay? So you're not scared. You have no fear. You're in this mode of, I'm going to stand up for myself, and I'm not scared to do it either, okay? Because I've encountered this so many times, people just looking the other way, leaving me for dead. So it's like, if you don't stand up for yourself, who's going to? Because maybe that's been the experience, is that no one will besides you. So if you don't do it, who's going to do it, basically? Okay, so you're not backing down here. It's like, take me down kicking and screaming if you want to. What's the 4 of Cups? The King of Wands. And the 2 of Wands. This has to do with a King of Wands and a choice that they made. Or the 3 of Wands, something about a choice, a plan. A King of Wands and a plan for the future. What is this? Who's a King of Wands? This has to do with someone being concerned about some sort of corruption, or concerned about something illegal. Concerned about corruption. Okay, so you could be concerned about some sort of corruption going on here. Yeah, and that's why you're not scared to defend yourself, because you know that something is corrupt. Right? Yeah, so if you're, if that's what you're dealing with, and it's like you're the only person, or that's how you feel maybe sometimes, okay, it might not necessarily be the truth, but maybe that's how you feel sometimes, is that you have to defend yourself, or you have to stand up for yourself. You can't back down, okay? Maybe because you don't know, like, who you can trust as well, right? It's like, if you're concerned about corruption, or maybe you've witnessed this as well, that there's shady people, they work everywhere, okay? And you don't know, if people are going to take you seriously. It's also hard finding someone to trust, right? Someone that you can go to. Like, let's say, just as a broad example of this energy, it's like, let's take a school, for example, okay? So you have the principal, you have the vice principal, you have the counselor, you have the school psychologist, you have your favorite teacher, whatever. There's a lot of different options of people that you could go to if you need help, right? So not everyone is going to listen. Not everyone is going to care. Some people, let's say the vice principal, they don't care. They're not a good person to go to. Maybe they're corrupt. So it's you're trying to find the right person to trust, and maybe you've run into it a couple times that you've tried to go to people for help and they close the door on you and say, you're going to have to figure it out on your own, right? So that seems to be important today. Okay, so what's this Ten of Swords? Actually, I feel like there's more with this no fear energy here. The World in reverse. Yeah, because you feel like something's just not over. And that's that energy of getting the door shut on you so many times. So first you go to the vice principal. They tell you they can't help you. They're not going to do anything about it. Then you go to the counselor. They give you bad advice. They don't really help you. You try the principal. They don't really help you. And so this is like the energy of, I am not scared to go to I'm gonna ring every single door. I'm gonna knock on every single door if I have to. And I'm not scared to do it because I feel like something here is not over yet. I feel like something has not been taken seriously. It's not been closed out. And if you want to shut the door on me, you want to shut the door on me, you want to shut the door on me, I'm going to go to every door. I don't care. Okay? I'm not scared to. Right? Ten of Swords. The Emperor. The Four of Swords and the Hierophant. Yeah, this is like an institutional leader. Somebody with a title. Someone who's the boss. Okay? The Emperor and the Hierophant, that's the boss. Okay? That's you going to the principal, or that's the boss, basically. But why is that here with the Ten of Swords? Because of a relationship. Okay, a relationship. Why is that here? Healthy choices. Because of your choices of who to work together with, the courtship. Because of the choices that you're making of who you want to work together with. But why is that here with the Ten of Swords? Ultimate betrayal. The Hermit. So you're trying to go to the Hermit, or you're trying to find the Hermit energy, or the wise one? The one that will listen, or what is that about? The Four of Pentacles in reverse. Something about having to let go of a sense of safety, or lacking a feeling of safety. Self-indulgence, focus on self. Yeah, okay, the Hermit is about you feeling alone. Yeah, you could feel like you're kind of like stumbling through the dark sometimes, doing it alone. I mean, again, maybe you're not actually alone in something, but you might feel that way sometimes, okay? Like you have to do something alone, or it's more like you're on your own, all right? So again, if you're somebody that's used to this feeling of when I ask for help, I get rejected, okay? That can actually then turn into you not asking for help anymore, right? Because you're used to the disappointment of it. Like every single time you do it, you don't get help, you actually get rejected, right? That can actually lead to this kind of like a hyper independence, which is kind of what I'm getting with you, is that you might be very hyper independent because of some sort of past experiences that made you feel like no one is fighting in your corner, like you're fighting something all by yourself, or you have to, or other people just don't really care, okay? So maybe that's why the Nine of Swords in reverse is here. Maybe this was a fear that you had to face, or you had to overcome. It's like the fear of, well, it's not really a fear, but it's more like an expectation of rejection. This is kind of like putting your foot down at some point, like getting to a point where it's like, no, you're going to help me. Someone is going to help me, okay? Someone is going to listen to me, please, all right? It's like, yeah. This is someone running through the school and knocking on every door and being like, someone here is going to listen to me, okay? Because I have something to say. Someone needs to care, please, right? Which is then the opposite. Like, see, that's the thing. I feel like that's where this destiny, wheel of fortune thing comes in, right? Because that's where the wheel has turned in a situation where usually in the past, maybe you felt like I just have to fend for myself. Like, let's say you have an issue in a school, and I'm just going to keep using this as an example, right? This is not what it has to be at all. But maybe in the past you felt like you just had to fend for yourself, okay? You just had to face the issue head on and just deal with things alone. But this is the point where it's like you've done that long enough, and it's like now I'm gonna ask the grown up for help, basically. But you're not backing down off of that either. It's like there has to be someone in this whole entire building that's gonna open the door and listen, right? Yeah, so why is that important here? The Ten of Cups, because there's a lot of people. The Ten of Cups, it's a community. There's a lot of people, or you're going to a lot of different people. Okay. The Fool, yeah. This is you taking the leap of faith towards a lot of different people, towards the principal, the counselor, the vice principal, the teacher. You're like, one of you guys has to listen. Okay, the Page of Swords, yeah, to communicate something. But for some reason, that seems to be important here for you and your Wheel of Fortune. And you coming out of some sort of a fear. I didn't even see this at the bottom, high honor. Okay, so yeah, someone in authority. A child. How interesting that I'm talking about a school, right? A child. And I don't think that you actually feel like a child. You might not feel like you're young and helpless, but there are just situations that are so big that you kind of are, right? It's like it is kind of out of your control, okay? There's like a limited amount of resources you have at your disposal to be able to deal with something. Okay. So what's the Seven of Wands? The Five of Swords, yeah, manipulation, or even people being selfish, okay, just backstabbing behavior, manipulative behavior. The Five of Wands. Yeah, conflict, fighting. And again, the Five of Wands is like a group of people, right? It's a lot of people on this card. And I feel like, isn't it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Well, no, on this card it's 6 wands down here, right? And then the 7th person is on the hill. Yeah, but you might feel like it's you against a bunch of people, okay? Yeah, it's kind of like you're on the playground at school. You feel like you're there's a circle of bullies around you hitting you with a stick, okay? And you just want one adult to come and listen to you and take care of this, or help you at least, and not just keep shutting the door and saying, oh, you need to deal with that yourself. How are you supposed to deal with that yourself, okay? Realistically. The Queen of Wands. Yeah, something about, I mean, I feel like, I don't know if this is an actual person or if this is just about you, okay? You growing into this confident energy of saying, I'm not going to back down. And not even towards this is not towards the people that are attacking you as much as it's like not backing down in wanting some sort of justice or wanting something to be made right, okay? Or wanting to be taken seriously. The Magician in reverse. Yeah, I mean, that's like feeling powerless, okay? That's like feeling stunted, like you can't create. Passion in reverse. Lacking passion. What does that mean? Or lacking the inner fire for something. The King of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles. This has to do with a King of Pentacles who's weighing two sides to something, or they're comparing something, or they're thinking about something, they're weighing their options. A King of Pentacles is seeing two sides of something. What does that mean? A Queen of Swords in reverse. Three of Swords is heartbroken. Yeah, this is kind of strange because it's making me feel like what you want is you want some sort of respect, okay? Or you just want to be taken seriously, or you feel like you're having to defend yourself here, and people are thinking you're like throwing a fit in a way. I mean, is that what this is? The Nine of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups. Yeah, this is like a choice of who to... I mean, this kind of feels like whoever you're asking or whoever you went towards for help, Knight of Cups, has now two options, basically, of like who they're going to help or who they're going to defend. So it kind of looks like this person has a choice of who to work together with. And I feel like it's not you. It's more like... Is that what this is? Hold on. The Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, something about money, career, independence, success, job. 10 of Wands. the Hanged Man, the Seven of Swords, the King of Pentacles. Could be a Capricorn, okay? It doesn't have to be though, but they're here with the Devil. So this looks like somebody has a choice to make. And I feel like it's the King of Pentacles. They're like weighing both sides, or they don't really know what to do. They haven't made a choice yet. It's like this person is aware of some sort of deception going on, okay? They're aware of it. So you could have told this King of Pentacles about some sort of deception that's going on. They're aware of it, but they have not made a decision yet because they're still weighing both sides. So this is like, okay, let's take a different example here. All right, let's say you report someone to the police, but you don't know that this police officer that you're reporting something to, you're reporting their sister-in-law. So now this person has a choice to make of what they're going to do because they have a soft spot for the person you're reporting. That's basically what this feels like. And that's why you might feel like you have to, you know, knock on all these different doors because yeah, I mean, that's kind of what this feels like. Tell me more about that. The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, look, Eight of Wands and Justice. Okay, taking some sort of swift action here towards wanting justice, or maybe that's all you want. That's all you're asking for is something to be made fair, people to uphold the laws, people to do the right thing, people to have morals, dignity, okay? And do the right thing, do the fair thing. The Hierophant and the Devil. All right, so we have Capricorn, Taurus, and Libra here. Yeah, I feel like this is more about whoever this person is, this King of Pentacles maybe. They have a choice to make right now. It's the choice between the Hierophant and the Devil energy. So it's like doing the right thing, upholding the laws, upholding justice, upholding their own integrity, okay, their values, and then I don't know, pardoning the devil, I guess you could say. So that seems to be a choice for them. Yes, that's their choice right now. Six of Wands. Okay, the Six of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune. Eight of Swords. And they feel stuck with this. They feel trapped and stuck in their head about the choice. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and this is like exactly that situation that then festers, that kind of energy where you just feel like, who is there left to ask for help when everyone you run into has this moral dilemma, I guess, of should I do the right thing or should I play favorites? Okay. This is like, let's say this is like a parental thing. Okay, I don't feel like it's that at all, but just as an example, it's a parent and they find out from another parent that their child beat up another kid. And now they have this choice to make. Am I going to give my child consequences for what they did, or am I going to let them off the hook because I like my child? That seems to be this King of Pentacles moral dilemma right now, and it seems like they're having a really hard time thinking about that, okay, I'm just going to let my kid beat up other kids because I'm having a hard time wanting to give consequences to my child for being a bully. I mean, what is this? I mean, I can't even believe this is actually something that they're debating, but okay. The Lovers. The Five of Pentacles. Why is the Lovers here? A contract or a relationship? The Knight of Wands, taking action. The Nine of Wands. Because they would have to take action here, but something about you defending yourself, standing up for yourself, okay? That's like a warrior spirit right now, but why is that here with the Lovers and the Five of Pentacles? Because occupation reverse, marriage in reverse. Because somebody would lose their jobs. There would be a contract that gets severed. Somebody would lose their job. They would sever a contract in a way. Somebody would be left out in the cold with nothing. Yeah, okay, so this person, I guess, is weighing like, who should I leave out in the cold? Should I leave the bully out in the cold, the one that is beating up another kid? Or should I leave the kid out in the cold that's getting beat up? Yeah, that's a tough one, huh? That's a real tough one, King of Pentacles. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles. The Tower and Strength. And the Queen of Cups, again, at the bottom. Having strength, courage, okay, bravery. Why is that here with the Tower? The Five of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, a fight, an argument, conflict about someone's job or someone's career. Or this would bring conflict at a job. This would bring conflict into a career. Okay, so this is like the King of Pentacles asking themselves, is this really worth the fight? Is this really worth the hassle? Do I really want to get involved in this conflict, in this fight? Do I really want to make a fight out of this? Do I really want to do I really want to start a fight here? Like, do I really want to get in between it? I mean, that's kind of what this is giving me. It's like this King of Pentacles is asking themselves, do I really want to get between this right now? Do I really want to, you know, so what's the alternative then? The alternative is the King of Wands. Okay, well, the alternative is the King of Wands and somebody asking for help with deception. Okay, now I don't know if you're the King of Wands asking the King of Pentacles for help, or if the alternative is the King of Wands, okay, asking someone for help when it comes to this deception, this manipulation, this lying, cheating, stealing, scamming. Okay, why is it King of Wands here? High honor. Okay, so the King of Wands is in high honor. This person has also some sort of a title. Yeah, that's like, okay, that's like You went to the vice principal, they shut the door in your face because they don't really know if they want to get involved. So then you go to the next person, the counselor, they shut the door in your face because they have bad advice. And then it's like, okay, so what now? Right? The toil and labor, yeah, working together. Working together. Unexpected income, working together, wanting to give something to someone. Working together, wanting to exchange something. What's that about? Talking, a message, a conversation, a message arrives, an email. Yeah, take a chance, take a risk, be strategic. Be strategic with an email, being strategic with a message, with a conversation. An ace up your sleeve with an email, an ace up your sleeve with a message. Being strategic with an email, being strategic with a message. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Okay, but let's see. What are the closing words here for the collective on this one? The Ten of Pentacles, generational wealth, and the Six of Swords in reverse. Somebody can't get away with something here because of a lot of money. The Sun and the Eight of Cups. This is some sort of enlightenment here about somebody walking away from something, okay? Yeah, which could be the King of Pentacles that walked away because they just figured like, it's not worth the hassle to me, or the Moon, something is hidden. With a King of Cups and the Ace of Wands, someone taking some sort of action. To communicate something here, somebody doing the King of Wands, again at the bottom, somebody is doing something impulsively, forcefully. They're going to act quickly, they're going to move quickly. What is that about? House and Lovers in reverse. Losing a house, moving out of a house. Okay, something about a home being in the reverse, an address, a breakup. Someone does not have a lover, somebody was not at the house. A marriage. Somebody doesn't live somewhere. It's not your community. You don't live in this community. You don't live in this home. The number 3. 3 letters. I don't really know what this is supposed to mean, but mirror, introspection. Okay, so something about you looking within, doing some sort of introspection. You're going to be able to transcend this obstacle with some introspection. You can transcend this obstacle with introspection. Look within, go within. What is this advice for the collective? What's the advice? What is the advice here? And then I'm going to close it, okay? The advice is to No, it's something that you communicated in the past, or something that you said in the past. Somewhere where you went in the past to communicate something in the past. The Devil, the Ten of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands. Something that you communicated in the past, or somebody that you talked to in the past. Tying up some sort of money, tying up some sort of generational wealth, tying up a lot of money. Having to fight through something alone, having to fend for yourself. Okay. It's about exposing a false person here, journey. So this journey that you took here was all about exposing a false person. Exposing a false person has to do with traveling, moving forward, taking a journey, a far distance. So this was about exposing a person. The truth, I mean, this could really be Capricorn, okay? Something about a Capricorn maybe, because the Devil just keeps coming out over and over and over again. The truth about a Capricorn, maybe. Temperance and the Empress. Temperance. Giving something to a Queen of Pentacles, receiving something from a Queen of Pentacles, giving something to a Queen of Pentacles. Wait a minute, you're telling me the King of Pentacles handed something over to the Queen of Pentacles? That's the truth about the past, is that the King of Pentacles that you asked for help turned something over to a Queen of Pentacles? What? Is that what this is? Or some sort of giving something to someone, gave something to someone. What is that about? Manipulated something. This has to do with manipulation, lies, somebody lying, somebody giving false information. Somebody gave someone false information, or they lied. The King of Pentacles at the bottom. And this caused somebody to lose something. Lose control over something. Lose the investment, lose the financial news, strength. This is how somebody got control over something in the past. This is how something transferred, is what I feel. It's like something got transferred to someone else, which could have meant that you lost control of something, or you lost something because they transferred it. This King of Pentacles transferred something over to someone else. Yes, they did. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, they did. The Nine of Pentacles. So, okay, so this feels like you gave something to a King of Pentacles, or you asked them for help. They didn't feel like dealing with it because they just didn't want to get involved, I guess. And so they transferred it over to someone else, which made everything worse, basically, because it ended up stripping people of the control, like of access to something, is what I'm getting. So yeah, this is like, Okay, so back to my example from yesterday with Sagittarius. It's like you go to HR and you report a person to HR. You report your manager to HR. HR turns around and goes, we don't really feel like dealing with this. We're going to transfer this over to the manager so they handle it. And so it's like you just transferred the report to the manager that was reported for them to take care of it. I mean, that's kind of what it's giving me. Something like that. Is that what happened? The Four of Swords. The Ace of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Something new. You're getting something new. The Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. So now you're getting something new, something brand new. Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. It's something new. To close out the cycle, this is something new that you're getting, a new seed. The Star. The Tower. Yeah, because of something that happened last time with whatever this is that was yours. It blew up in some sort of way. It blew up. Because of a message to a Gemini or a message to someone that they know, that they're in a relationship with, that they cozy up to or something like that. A contract. The Eight of Swords. Which cause sadness, regret, grief. I mean, I don't know if this is like what happened in the past, like the way that somebody handled something in the past, made everything go like titties up, basically. Okay, excuse my language, but like that's what I'm getting. Or if this is somebody that is doing it again, but now you're getting something brand new. Now you're getting something brand new. Okay. Yeah, the Queen of Cups in reverse here, the Temperance in reverse. And this time around, Judgment. This time around, it's like this Queen of Cups in reverse, whoever they are, they're not balanced. They're not a healed person. They're not a balanced person. They shouldn't be trusted with something here, okay? Or it's like you can't take whatever this is to the manager that somebody is trying to report or something like that, right? It's like, I don't know. It's giving me something like that. Yeah, something about working on something, the way that something needs to be worked on. There's certain people that need to be kept out of something because they're going to mess it up every time. They're going to transfer it over here and then they're going to give it to that person and then they're going to make sure like something is just not taken care of properly. Poverty, change in reverse. I mean, this could also be this King of Pentacles energy again, that they just don't want to change something. They don't want to do something properly because they don't want to be the one to fire someone. They don't want to be the boss. Basically, they don't want to fire someone. They don't want to put someone in poverty. So this is like someone that's playing favorites here. So somebody that plays favorites can't be trusted either, okay, to do the right thing. I don't know. Let's see. Closing words. I keep saying closing words, but this time really. The Five of Wands. Yeah, it's going to be a fight. There's going to be a fight. There's going to be an argument here with an Empress, with a boss, another boss. Yeah, there's lots of bosses. There are lots of CEOs here, bosses, or people with important titles, okay? There's going to be a fight or an argument that breaks out. Or somebody is about to be sad and upset because they thought that they would have victory and success with some sort of communication. So this is like, oh, this is like them thinking that they've shut all your doors, right? This is them thinking they've shut all your doors. They made sure no one helps you because everyone's playing favorites. And now they're sad because you're not giving up. You're going to keep knocking on all the doors until someone opens up the door. You're going to keep defending yourself. You're not backing down. It's like they want you to back down and stop, but you're not going to. And you're not scared of them either. Okay? You're not scared of them. You know, I don't know why some of these people, they think that because they hold a title, they're untouchable, or you have to kneel down before them. You know, you need to respect authority. I'm not saying don't respect authority, okay? You need to respect people in authority, of course, people that hold titles, of course. But at the end of the day, like if you go to a swimming pool, okay? If you go to the swimming pool and everybody there, would you be able to tell which one of those people has important titles? No, you wouldn't, because everyone is human, okay? You wouldn't be able to walk around and go, that one's a judge, that one's a doctor, that one's a lawyer. You wouldn't be able to do that, okay? Everybody is a human here. And I feel like, you know, that's why you're not scared of them, right? That's why you're not scared of them, is because at the end of the day, if everyone's at the swimming pool, no one would know how important they are in society. Okay? And if their kid, or if they start beating up another kid, their title doesn't matter. It only matters when they're comfortable in their own little office setting, okay, and they think that they're being protected. That's the only time it matters to them, all right? So let's not forget that, okay? People, especially people in authority, they should carry that. They should handle that authority well and not abuse it and not play favorites, okay? So I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope this helps, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, and bye.